Sometimes Five Nights at Freddy's game would be extremely difficult to understand the meaning behind them. However, today we'll be looking at The Joy of Creation Reborn, a Five Nights at Freddy's fan-made game. Be sure to comment below your theory about this, and I'll be sure to read them. Leaving a like and sharing is always appreciated, but I'll let you decide that after watching this video. One thing that many people were curious about is why this all started. I'll try to keep it short, but it's an explanation to tell you why Scott isn't making another Five Nights at Freddy's game anymore. This didn't come from Scott himself, and of course this isn't what really happened, but it's better to see what the creator of The Joy of Creation had to say about it. If you guys haven't seen the whole game yet, I would skip this video, but if you're still here, I appreciate it. So the animatronics have always been called the Ignited in the game. Like in the Endless version of the game, it would say Ignited Freddy or Ignited Foxy, and etc. What this means is that they were put on fire, meaning they were possibly just forgotten about, so Scott didn't need them anymore. Of course, that would mean they would be gone, deleted, or set on fire, to be gone forever. So they got extremely angry, which is why they want to ignite Scott. This is why in some point of the story mode of The Joy of Creation you see another type of animatronic with no body. These were unused endoskeletons with no body or costume. That is why they are called the Fallen. You can see that they are called this in the extras option once finishing the game. I'm sure you've seen someone else play it and finish it, but maybe you'd have finished the game yourself, so props to you if you have. The creation, this is another theory I was thinking about. You can see that this may be the creator Nick of the Game's theory about this, but the reason that Bonnie in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 doesn't have a face was because it was actually taken by a fallen endoskeleton called Creation, since it didn't have its own proper body and it was never used. It stole parts from other things, hence the face of Bonnie and extra feet and a tail. I think it's a tail anyway. So, who was Mike? Mike from the game that appeared to be helping out Scott's wife, and sometimes Scott too. Well, this is another spoiler, but that was actually Mike Schmidt from the original FNAF games. What happened to him? Well, the same as the other animatronics, he was burned and set on fire or ignited since there was no use of him anymore. And although this may be crazy, it does make a lot of sense, as he did state this in a part of the game and was all burnt in the game too in the end. He sadly kills Scott and gives it to the animatronics. That's why you can hear his voice change robotically in the end, which I am very sure most of you knew what this meant already, but I decided to tell others a bit extra just in case.
It's all that matters.
Daddy, no!
You are
Oh
safe.
my god, oh my god!
It's all that matters. You are safe. It's all that matters. You are safe. It's all that matters. You are safe now. That's all that matters.
Thank you for watching the video, and thank you Scott for making these games. Many consider that The Joy of Creation was much better than any of the original games, with different types of mechanics in one game and a much crazier gameplay and story, but if it wasn't for Scott, none of that would have existed. But there is more, much more to this than you think. How about the beginning of story mode, when you were a baby and trying to hide from the animatronics? Well, this was Scott. The reason as to why I think this is Scott as a baby was because it would add up. Don't forget that in the main menu you're opening the new level, also known as the memory, meaning this is how it all started. Scott was having nightmares of these crazy animatronics, which is how the whole game started. Of course though, that would have been cool and all if it was real, but this is just the story of Scott in the game, so please don't forget that. Scott created the game due to people bullying his other games and called one of his characters a really weird animatronic creature, and that he couldn't make any scary game anyway if he tried. Well, he showed them. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in another video.
See? They're safe now, just as you wanted. Thank you for your cooperation, Scott Coughlin. I'll take care of everything from here.